His mentality of how he's always killed, that comes from me. So put that on camera right now. That comes from me.
That's my goal, to be the best point guard to ever play in the game and one of the best players.
The Portland Trailblazers select Scoot Henderson from Marietta, Georgia, in the NBA G League's Team Ignite.
He's just always worked hard, so just to see him actually achieve like some of these goals and dreams that he's had is amazing.
And my goal, obviously, is to win Rookie of the Year, and I will win Rookie of the Year.
There you go.
Have you been able to like step back and like everything soak in?
Can we talk about Scoot?
Scoot Henderson.
Scoot Henderson.
Scoot Henderson.
The Portland Trailblazers select Scoot Henderson.
Showtime! Learn the name.
I mean, I kind of had downtime to think about it, but I wasn't really thinking about nothing that just happened. So, I mean, during the process, I was doing that, soaking it in. My mindset for the rest of my career is going to be to be overly determined to dominate, just to be the best I could possibly be. You got to want to do it. You know, nobody's there to kind of babysit you. It's kind of want that you have to have in the back of your mind that you want to get to the next level. You want to get better today. I want to be remembered as, you know, the best point guard to ever play the game. And my goals for the season is to help win a lot of games, to embrace the position I'm in, to embrace my role in the team, be a great listener and watching film and applying it to the next game. It just kind of came about of me trying to figure out, like you said, that mantra. And it was overly determined to dominate, and it was odd, and that was basically based off of the pathway I went. You know, it wasn't the traditional. It wasn't, you know, go to college one and done, go to college two and done or whatever. You know, I went to Ignite. You know, I trusted that process. Just felt like that pathway was very odd, and figuring out who I am too. You know, I'm not the usual person either. Just based off, you know, how I play, well-rounded game, well-rounded person too. You know, somebody that moves with love. So, and you don't see that a lot. Going into it, I knew I was going to be the youngest professional basketball player to play at the G League level, but I didn't really care how old I was. I never cared how old I was. I would always go up and, you know, just try my best and work really hard and to prove everybody that it don't matter to me. You know, that was kind of the headliner, you know, 17 years old, professional athlete, but I didn't really care at all. Coach was always saying, you know, he didn't apply it to me, but, you know, I was just like, yeah, you're right. Like, hey, it doesn't matter. The competition, nobody cared that you're 17. Nobody cared that you're 18. They're trying to get a job. You know, they're trying to feed their family, trying to feed their kids. I went in knowing that. You know, it's not really a big deal to me. You know, I've always been young, playing up my whole life, so.
How about Henderson rocking the basketball? Wow, a lot of oohs and ahs for Scoot Henderson.
And here's the steal. Ignite with a chance. Henderson at the hole. Yes! Scoot Henderson to the rescue.
Oh my goodness.
My goal is to kind of have an enterprise of, you know, a little bit of everything. Obviously, keeping the main thing, and that's basketball. But, you know, I have great siblings that are individually, you know, very special in their way.
I'm Diamond Henderson. I'm one of 7. I'm the first, the head of the snake.
My name is Onyx Henderson. I am 4 out of 7. I am the best girl basketball player in the family.
I started playing basketball around 5. Got jealous because my dad was playing with my brother, so I dove right into it. I started off my college career at Tennessee Tech, and then I finished out at Syracuse University.
Next Play 360, before it was Next Play 360, it was kind of like
where AU teams go, high school teams go, and they play tournaments or whatever.
Place where all the hoopers went.
But in 2018, we kind of tried to up that, and we have technology, and we're trying to do like STEM programs, community things. You know, the main goal is to give back.
I love that my parents named it Next Play 360 because the first part of it, Next Play, it's always about the next play. We always wanted a gym, right? Growing up, we were backyard kids, blacktop kids. I mean, we got the scrapes and bumps and bruises to prove it. When we finally took it over, it was like, yes, we have a gym. And just having a space where you can really get better. I call it the safe haven. It's the foundation of our family. That's home base.
We want to welcome kids from all ages, different backgrounds to come, train, learn. Everybody that walks in there, they just feel that presence like, wow, this is my home.
And to me, Next Play is just a place where you can come and be yourself and kind of unwind for a second, you know? You don't have to worry about what's going on outside the gym, no politics, not your job. Just coming in there and being the best version of yourself, whether it's training, whether it's just being involved with the kids, whether it's you want to volunteer and help out the kids. We have a bunch of people that come and volunteer, coaches.
You know, when I was 17, I went to a wealth summit, just learning about money, learning about certain things you can do with it and certain things that you may not be able to do with it, certain things that you have to be interested in before, you know, applying this to that. You know, I was blessed that my mom made me do that. I was kind of like, at first I was like, I wasn't trying to listen to nobody at the time, but you know, I'm glad she made me go there, and you know, I was very mature to do that. Now I kind of look back at it, you know, a little bit of everything, fashion, technology, inside of Next Play though. You know, that's the base right there. I've been Marietta, you know, it means a lot to me just being from there, you know, just having an area to always go back to and know that they have my back. You know, every time I go there, it's love. I think what separates us is just we have kind of that dog mentality. You know, all the players in the league from Georgia, they have that certain mentality. You know, speaking of Colin. Like, you see how he producing when he gets on the floor. Jaylen Brown, you see how he producing when he gets on the floor. You know, just go-getters. You know, and I think we all kind of have that in common. Having that same type of motor every time I get on the court. You know, and making sure if I don't get that same energy or just get my mind right for the next day. If it didn't go your way, you can't really kind of take it back. You know, it's done. So my main thing is to at least, you know, if it doesn't go that way in the beginning, in the morning or whatever, you know, come back at night. And you know, kind of refresh your mind on the fact that you can hit a shot. You can hit this shot, you can hit any shot you want to hit. And that's just a mindset of a manifestation of that I kind of grew. Never doubting myself, you know, making sure I'm always putting good energy in the air, making sure I'm telling myself I'm gonna have a great rookie season. You know, I'm not saying I want to have a great rookie season. I'm gonna have a great rookie season. I'm gonna have a great career. I will have a great career, and making sure that's always in just past tense, because it happened. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of love in Portland from just, you know, the staff and, you know, the organization, but the city as well. They love me there, and, you know, I hope that continues on.
He's not a big social media guy. He likes to read. If it was up to him, he wouldn't probably have a social media. So we always have this back and forth. I'm like, listen, you got to grow your brand because this is what we're into now, right? Like, before it didn't matter how many followers a person has. You're gonna get those deals because you're the best. But now it's like some of these deals are going to people that might not be the best, but they have the social following. So I want everything to match up when it comes to his brand. I don't want it to be any flaws in this Scoot branding. I want it to be 360, right? So on the court, off the court, he's a better person than he is a hooper.
He's a playmaker not only for himself, but for others. And Scoot Henderson is all about explosiveness, ultra competitive, and a terrific guard. He has got all the tools. Tell me who's going to stay in front of Scoot Henderson.
I think my best piece of advice, just to be the best version of yourself. Just to be the best you could be. You know, don't try to compare it. You know, everybody has a special ability and everybody, you know, learns a different way. So my best advice is to always just to be yourself. You know, that's said a lot, but you can get caught up in trying to be somebody else. You know, even your role model. You know, don't try to be a role model. Try to be better. You know, try to figure out a way to be different than your role model, but still the best version of yourself in a better way. You know, so that's kind of my best piece of advice. You know, I want people to say a whole bunch of things. You know, I know it's gonna be a lot of bad and a lot of good, but you know, the main thing hopefully is just the most influential player to the young group coming up, and obviously the best point guard in the game to ever play. You know, that's my goal. But you can only do that by being the best version of yourself. So that's what I'm working on right now to get to that goal. When people think of Scoot Henderson, I want them to think of the best player to ever play the game.